And we are back and glad to join once again Dennis Hoff to the show. How are you today, Dennis?
I'm great. It's a beautiful day in Nevada, and I just left the pool. There's like 15 girls up at the pool, and I can't get these girls to keep their tops on.
Well, I guess there are probably a lot of people out there that wish they had the problems that you did then.
Absolutely. It's going to be a great day.
Well, first I want to ask you, I know the Moonlite BunnyRanch kind of announcing endorsements for the political season, and Hillary Clinton seems to be on your ballot.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want the girls to vote. I want to get them thinking, and truthfully, I don't care who they vote for as long as they get involved in the process. Last time it was Obama, and then Obama signed a bill that allowed the reopening of slaughterhouses for horses in Nevada, and they dropped him like a hot potato because of that, because the wild horses have been coming through the Bunny Ranch since the 1850s, when it was a stop on the Pony Express Trail. The horses just instinctively know there's water there. So I get two big herds of wild horses come through every day. The Bunny Ranch, wild women, wild horses, and a few cold beers. So then they decided after Obama let them down, they went for Ron Paul because of states' rights and his open-mindedness. And so this time we polled 540 girls, and the majority of them said, you know what, we want Hillary. And one of the big reasons is this, Obamacare. They don't want to lose that because prior to Obamacare, whether people like it or not, the Bunny Ranch girls, all of them, making six-figure incomes, could not even buy health insurance because the health insurance companies classified all illegal prostitutes with legal prostitutes, and it's an entirely different animal. Of course, illegal prostitutes have health problems. I mean, that's the nature of the business and all that criminal activity. So they painted them with the same brush. So they don't want to lose that, and they think that with Hillary in office, that they'll be able to keep Obamacare intact, and it's important to them.
And do you happen to know maybe Hillary's thoughts on your support or your industry?
We haven't got anything back yet. We did get something from the brother, Tony Rodham. And Tony wants to come out if we do any fundraisers or anything like that. But the girls are doing things on their own, like they're offering more time in the bedroom if you donate some money to Hillary's campaign while you're at the Bunny Ranch. And that's working pretty good. So they're just having fun with it. And once again, I just want them involved in the process. I want them thinking, and I think it's just healthy.
Well, and Dennis, with that being said, I've also heard some rumblings that maybe you were going to get into the political side of things as well. Is that true?
Well, I've always said I wouldn't. I just got back from Rockfest in Kansas City, 55,000 people. I introduced Rob Zombie, Papa Roach, Tech Nine, with my buddy Ron Jeremy and Chrissy Summers. And then we went to Las Vegas for the annual Libertarian Party National Convention. And I got a welcome response, and they want me to run for an office. So I'm seriously considering it. And the thing that I bring to the table is they're not going to find any Dennis Hassard kind of nonsense in my background, Elliot Spitzer. My life is an open book, and so sex isn't going to be a problem. And I don't know anybody anything. I would never take any money from any lobbyist or anything like that. So they're thinking I've got a good chance to win something. If nothing else, I'll stir it up real good.
Yeah, for sure. And I got to ask you, even in this day and age, a lot of people kind of look down on your industry, or there's a lot of stigma attached to it. But it seems like there's probably more dangers to keeping it illegal than to maybe passing laws that would make it legal. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, there's no question, and your state is a perfect example. It's a very highly sex trafficked state, and there's been a multitude of problems there. And if you make something illegal, then who's in the business? The criminals. And you have to take this out of the hands of the criminals. No different than liquor in Prohibition, and now the liquor industry puts $6 billion a year in the federal coffers. You see marijuana. I don't know where Minnesota is on marijuana, but you see what's happening. It's hurting the cartel's business. The drug cartel is now shifted a lot of its efforts into heroin and underage sex trafficking because it's truly illegal, and that's where they profit off of illegal things.
Do you think it's just a matter of time before prostitution is made legal outside of Nevada, or how long do you think that'll be before we get the ball rolling on that sort of thing?
It's never going to happen, and I'll tell you why. Because of the sex issue and the morality of it, politicians just don't want to deal with it. And if a politician comes out and says, you know what, I'm tired of this sex trafficking in Minnesota, I don't like what's going on, I see all this stuff on Backpage, the murders, the rapes, the terrible things that are going on, I want to do something about it, then in the next election, it's going to be, Jim Jones loves prostitutes. I don't. Vote for me. And if they come out and if they come out against it or for it, they can't win, because if they come out against it, then the moderate right wing and the Democrats are all going to say, "What's wrong with this idiot? This is a social problem that's got to be dealt with. No different than liquor and marijuana." And by the way, the big thing what the mafia used to make all their money was off of the numbers game, and the numbers game went legal, and now it's called the lotto, and it's a huge income earner. So, but with prostitution, it's a no-win situation to get involved in prostitution. So I don't see it happen, although it's got to happen, or we've got to get our politicians to tell the police force, enforce our laws, because you've got strict laws in Minnesota. They just don't enforce them.
So maybe if you do decide to throw your hat into the ring and, obviously because of your background, that stuff will be right up front and out of the way, you might be able to change things from the inside someday.
I hope so. I jokingly told them, I said, my platform is a chicken in every pot because that worked, and a chick on every lap. And they're like, I don't know if that's going to work. I said, well, we'll get the white male, the black male, the Hispanic male. I think the lesbian would vote that way, but the soccer moms, no. So we got to revisit our platform a little bit.
And Dennis, I also want to ask, I know your new book, The Art of the Pimp, was out recently. Has that been selling pretty well, doing pretty good for you?
It's doing real well. I just got back from Los Angeles a week and a half ago, where we're negotiating with MGM on a television show and a movie, and the book's been great. Anybody that reads the book is like, wow, what a life. It teaches the women what I teach the girls to do in the bedroom to keep their husbands and boyfriends coming back to the Bunny Ranch. The men love it because of all the business side of it, because you get to see the business inner workings, and all the crazy stories of my escapades. I've gotten kind of famous. I got kind of rich, and I've been intimate with 4,000 women, and so they like hearing those stories.
Absolutely. And I know you seem like a pretty busy guy. Outside of the political side of things, do you have any other upcoming projects or anything else coming up?
Well, we're working hard on opening up our last 2 brothels. I have 7. I closed 2 of them down and doing multi-million-dollar remodels on them, and we're trying to get those back open. We're real close on that. On one of them, we're probably 45 days, another one 90 days. And so we're working hard on that. Going to enjoy the summer in northern Nevada. The weather's just so nice, and it's such a great vacation spot. And dealing with all the girls. I've got 540 girls now, 125 employees, and so we got to stay on top of that.
Stay on top of that, so to speak, right?
Poor choice of words, I guess.
Well, again, Dennis, I appreciate you taking some time out with me, and hopefully I'll see your name on the ballot here pretty soon.
Absolutely, and you stay on BunnyRanch.com and watch for any breaking news. We've got a lot of things going on there, and we're thinking about offering Caitlyn Jenner a job as a madam. The girls say that we want that to be our next madam.
Yeah, definitely would be some good publicity for you guys, I'm sure. Not that you need any more, but
Well, you always need it, and we just have fun with it. We just absolutely have fun with it. Just like the Hookers for Hillary, we're having a blast with that. And so now the girls are saying, if you're running for office, we're switching, and we're all going to be libertarians, and it'll be Hookers for Hoff.
Excellent. Well, again, Dennis, thanks a lot for being on with me today.
Thank you. Love Minnesota.